Hello, Hanyang University students. This is the first time I'm communicating with you online. As I announced at the end of last week's class, this recording is for flipped learning. And I'm going to give you an overview of the CNBC Disruptor 50 2024 report to help you with your final report. If you do a Google search for CNBC Disruptor 50 2024, you can go directly to this page. This is the front page of this year's report. If you scroll down like this, you will see a brief introduction to each of the 50 companies, and you can click on your own company to go to their page, like this. Actually, this video is focused on topics that will be helpful for your final report. It's not too long, so please watch it carefully and ask any questions you have during class. So let's dive right in and get into the highlights of the report. As you can see, this introduction, the big theme for this year's Disruptor 50 report is artificial intelligence. Interestingly, it's the first time in CNBC report history that our same company has won first place 2 years in a row. That company is OpenAI. Okay, let's click on OpenAI. As you can see, you will notice that a lot of the company profiles are full of hyperlinks like this. To get a better understanding of each company, make sure to read these hyperlinks. For example, there's a section in the OpenAI profile about their entry into the education market here. If you click on the hyperlink, you will be taken to a reference document about how they acquired their first university customer here. OpenAI announced its first partnership with the university. All right, let's take a quick look at some of the key highlights of this year's report. So let's go to the front page first. This is the front page of CNBC Disruptor 50 2024 report. I will go over the details in our next class, but in the meantime, please do some basic research on the company you are assigned to. First, let's talk about some interesting facts. Remember how I predicted last week that some of the companies that are receiving big investments in the first half of this year would be featured in this year's CNBC Disruptor 50 2024 report? Well, I was right. Here, number 31, Zoom, which we talked about last week, is ranked. And number 43, Glean, and 48, Watershed, which we'll be discussing this week, are making their first appearance on the report. This year's report includes 2 new companies from the generative AI space. Number 7, Anthropic, and number 43, Glean. and 3 new companies from the fintech space. Number 16, Monzo, one of the Britain's biggest banks. And number 27, Capital, the bank that wants small business. And the number 34, Lead Bank, an extreme bank makeover. The sector with the most startups in this year's report is enterprise technology area, which has a whopping more than 7 new companies. Some of the interesting new companies from the enterprise technology space are number 26, Figma. Figma is one of the most famous design software company. At the end of last year, Adobe tried to acquire Figma, but failed. And number 28, Deal. Deal is a payroll solution company. And number 38, Navan. Navan is a corporate travel management solution company. And number 40, AlphaSense, Wall Street AI search engine. And as I mentioned before, number 48, Watershed, the operating system for corporate climate commitment. In the agriculture tech space, number 39, BeWise, is making its first appearance. It's interesting to note that BeWise is a competitor to BeHero. BeHero was first featured last year. The student assigned to BeWise should do a good job of comparing and contrasting BeWise with BeHero. And the legal tech space is making its first appearance on this report with Trust and Will. Number 41, Trust and Will. Okay, let's take a look at some of the other interesting companies. Number 3, Stripe. Stripe is the 10th company to appear in this report. It's the company that has appeared the most in this report. And I'd like to analyze why Stripe is getting so much attention. In healthcare area, number 17, Transcarent is first featured in this year's report. And in biotech area, number 36, Solution is first featured in this year's report. And number 20, Thrive Market is a delivery service company, also first featured in this year's report. All right, that's it for today's overview of the key takeaways from this year's CNBC report. I hope this has been helpful for your final report preparation. Thanks for watching, everyone.